$9 short of being closed right now. So if anyone would like to donate and snipe that one, feel free. And here's a donation as we get ready for our next run. Amerlyn sending in $50 saying, "Good luck to all my Destiny 2 boys. Proud of everything you all have accomplished." Smiley face. Happy birthday, Tim, and happy Groundhog Day. Donation to Runner's Choice. And with that, it is time. With commentary by CammyCakes and Datto, it's a Deepstone Crypt raid in Destiny 2 presented by Tokeegee, Traderkirk, Scoobyfoo, BystanderTim, MunchaKoopas, and Shockwve.
Hey, thanks, Prolix. Welcome, everyone, to Destiny 2 Deepstone Crypt. My name is Shockwve. Don't worry, there will be a game here shortly. I'm here simply to introduce the raid team and share a quick little story from Tuesday. But with me, again, I have myself, Traderkirk, Muncha, Tokeegee, Tim, and Scoobyfoo. We're going to be blowing through this raid as quick as possible, but I wanted to share a quick little story. There is a unique thing about running an MMO game. There was a patch on Tuesday, and it patched a skip that we used. So, just wanted to mention, there's a slight change. If you've seen us before or seen this run before, there's a tiny change that we're doing because of a patch on Tuesday. Just wanted to point that out. It's a really kind of fun thing of running MMO games. You never know what's going to change. But without further ado, Datto and CammyCakes are going to take over commentary. You're going to see me disappear. I'll be back at the end. See you all shortly. Datto, Cammy, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Shock. Cammy, how we doing?
Pretty good. I'm excited to commentate this.
Yeah, you know, not like Last Wish. You know, Last Wish when we were here last time, a little bit longer of an experience, sort of more sort of magical kind of zone that we're in right now. You know, we're gonna be going to a space station in space, which is pretty cool, and then we'll be coming back in an interesting way. And yeah, we're gonna be taking on Deepstone Crypt. Not as many bosses, not as much, I'd say, crazy movement. In fact, we have a 2 Warlock, 4 Titan setup as opposed to 6 Warlocks. Why? What happened to the Warlocks?
Yeah, like Shock was saying, in an MMO game, things change from month to month. And even back in Destiny 1, Titan was the fastest class, but in Destiny 2, Warlocks could abuse the sword to fly forward very fast. But since that got nerfed, we're back to a mix of Warlock and Titan. Warlock for speed, and Titan for boss damage using their super.
Aramis found it. The Deepstone Crypt.
Yeah, so Warlocks, you know, they're still pretty fast, but we're gonna want that damage a little bit later on in the run for both fights number 2 and number 4. So we're just waiting for Shock to go live here so we can check out the screen for ourselves. But you're gonna notice, like, literally right as they actually start, that 3 people are just gonna leave, and that seems weird, but what's gonna be happening is they're gonna be sort of just reducing their chance of failure in this first part, because this is a vehicle section that's gonna be coming up, and they're gonna be doing a lot of, like, hopping across big gaps and stuff like that. So 3 people are gonna leave. The reason why it's 3 people is because you need at least 3 people in order to go to the next section. But yeah, it just kind of reduces the chance of failure. You know, more people sparrowing means more chances that you collide into each other, or you mess up and you have to wait for people to res up or teleport back or something like that. So they're just minimizing their sort of failure rates, essentially.
For my Destiny veterans at home, you might see a truth rocket and a mountaintop. Your eyes don't deceive you. Those are used for the run. They're gonna truth rocket all of the enemies at the beginning just to clear them, and then they're going to leave and do their own thing. That way they can leave the 3 runners to complete this next section as fast as possible.
Yeah, the mountaintop is not here for damage. This is a weapon that's been quote-unquote retired from the game. Looks like we're about ready to go here in about 10 seconds or so. And yeah, they're gonna be launching all those truth rockets, clear all the ads out of the doorway. You need to kill all those ads in order for the door to open. Here we go.
There the run starts.
Deepstone Crypt starting now with that button
Watch
press.
all the truth rockets fly in. The ads need to die in order to progress to the next section. That's a common theme in this run. Things die quickly, then you can progress.
This is a good tag with the anarchy. Not as strong of an opening on some of the practice runs we've seen, but they're still killing everything pretty quickly
he's not
here.
using the mountaintop to damage enemies because it's a retired weapon. And while it doesn't damage enemies, it'll damage yourself, and that'll come into play later.
It does very, very little damage nowadays. So why don't you bring people up to speed on Warlock speed? I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. Let's talk about this section. So they're gonna be in the cold, and they're gonna build up this debuff in the bottom left called Frostbite. If they get too many stacks of Frostbite, bad things happen. So they're trying to avoid that by standing in these orange circles to warm themselves up and get rid of the Frostbite. But this is a speed run. They're going to be doing this really fast. They're going to Sparrow Flick across these large chasms. The Sparrow's like the mount in Destiny, and it has this side-to-side dodge. So by angling the Sparrow sideways and dodging into your character, it knocks them back, and they carry that momentum with the Warlock class.
Yeah, so they're combining just all of these different little movement techniques. You know, if you remember Last Wish, you might have remembered them crossing this giant gap in just like a big zoom animation. Bungie patched that. It doesn't exist anymore. So they're combining a bunch of these different effects all in one in order to cross these big gaps. Normally, this is sort of like a big maze that you got to do, and you got to hit all these specific zones and checkpoints. They're skipping all the ads. We don't need to kill the ads. We're skipping past as much of this stuff as we possibly can and hitting the doorway, because you need everyone at this final doorway in order for it to actually open up. It looks like that was a pretty good run. I don't think anybody died on that one. That was really, really smooth. Great Sparrow section right there.
So we'll be seeing the other 3 teammates joining shortly, because they're about to be at the first encounter.
Yeah, they were actually in another activity called the Nightfall, getting a bunch of ammo, so that way they don't have to get ammo from this thing called the rally flag right at the start. It just saves like a little bit of time. It's just kind of like a convenience thing. All right, so we're going to be coming up on the first encounter. Yeah, if you want to take over.
Yeah, so what's about to happen in the first encounter, Shock's going to go out of bounds and get under the map to read some key information to his team during this first encounter. The way this raid works is you pick up these augments from enemies that allow you to do certain things. As Shock would describe it, the yellow augment allows you to be eyes, and the red augment allows you to be hands. Eyes reads what the hands need to do.
Yeah, Bungie, by the way, you missed that one. He's going to be getting out of bounds here, and this is going to be also a crucial part for part 2 and 3 of the speed run here. So, you know, normally you're supposed to trade these buffs back and forth across the room because the middle section's all closed off and the doors are closed. But when you can just kind of see through walls, well, you don't really need to do a whole lot of that.
Yellow augment on the floor. He's about to float with this Warlock and grab it under the floor, which allows him to see and tell the red augment what to shoot.
Yep, and once you shoot all 4 of the panels downstairs that you need to shoot, which can only be seen by the person with the scanner buff, that's going to activate sort of the damage phase, where everyone upstairs needs to shoot the proper node that's being read out downstairs. You're going to see these sort of 6 little spark plug looking things light up, and that corresponds to what you need to shoot upstairs, and that's going to be the fight.
It's already almost done. They're doing big damage.
Yeah, it's super fast, but this fight usually is pretty fast, I'd say, for the average group anyway. But being able to cut out a lot of that changing back and forth just speeds it up a little bit. So now he's going to stay out of bounds until he drops down a section, just so we can spawn a little bit closer to the fight. This is the most technical the raid is going to get here. Yeah, blowing himself up so he can spawn back in bounds, because you need everyone in the raid at the same place in order to actually trigger the animation of the boss to spawn it in, so that you can actually start fight number 2.
By someone else. That was crazy.
A little too much speed on that one.
You gotta be careful in Destiny. Hit a pebble the wrong way and your ankle breaks.
There's gonna be 3 different things happening here, all at the same time. 4 people are gonna be fighting the boss. 1 person's gonna be going backwards. Oh no, he missed it. One person is gonna go backwards, and 1 person is gonna go forward. And essentially why they're doing this is to skip a large platforming section of the raid after this second boss. Because usually that part takes about, 2, 3, 4 minutes, maybe 5 if you're a little slow or not very adept at jumping.
It's a good soundtrack, though. It's a banger.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all of them are. So one person's going to be going backwards. One person's going to be going forwards by kind of clipping out of bounds. Everyone else is going to be doing the actual boss fight. The person who's going to be going backwards is Shockwve, and they're going to be doing some loading zone manipulations here. So normally, the game wants you all to be together during a boss fight. And if it senses that you're out of bounds or you're not in the proper position or you're just not in the actual fight or you're too far away, the game's gonna be like, hey, what are you doing? Come back. Like you're fighting a boss right now. So the game's gonna try and pull them forward. And Shockwve is gonna be doing some sort of loading zone manipulations to get himself back before the first boss. There you go.
There he goes.
Out of
He
that
squeezed
doorway.
through the door this time.
Yeah, there's no reason to be back here. Like, there's nothing back here. But in order to skip a bunch of platforming, he needs to get himself back outside so that way he can go back inside on his Sparrow and clip through the wall and start skipping past a lot of this stuff to bring his team forward. So that's exactly what he's going to be doing. He's going to be kind of dashing up here with the sword and the Warlock. This is kind of really the only way to be able to get up here. Warlocks are very, very floaty. So he's going to come up to this restricted area, which was part of the boss number 1. Hits that loading zone. He's going to go backwards, come back into the second boss loading zone. He's going to wait until he gets a joining allies trigger right there. He's going to load another zone. Then he's going to escape the clutches of Bungie trying to drag him forward to his teammates. He's going to go back to that first loading zone and blow himself up. And that's going to spawn him outside before the first boss, so that way he can get on a Sparrow and he can clip through the wall and start making his way to the third encounter. Now, you gave a great analogy when we were doing some practice earlier about
Tony Hawk
how this
special
is
sound
like.
right there.
Yeah, that was a nice flip. You gave an analogy to like Mario Kart speedrunning.
Yeah, this is kind of a blessing in
translate.
disguise that we saw the backup here. So this is kind of like a Mario Kart Ultra shortcut where they skip easily half the lap. But in order for that lap to count, they have to hit certain checkpoints. And that is what Shock is doing right now. He's trying to trigger certain checkpoints so that the game says you have been here and allows them to skip to the next encounter. Meanwhile, the 4 Titans are doing the boss fight by themselves. They have an exotic chess piece that turns their super into a bigger super that essentially melts the boss.
Yeah. And so what Kirk and Shockwve are currently doing is they're going to all those platforming checkpoints. Like the rest of the team's handling the boss checkpoint, but they are handling the platforming section checkpoint to make sure that the game is like, okay, you killed the boss and you've done the platforming section because you walked through all these parts of the area. So that means we're gonna activate the third boss for you. And then as he gets close to the third boss, we're actually going to use that joining allies function to drag everyone forward. So that way, instead of doing the entire giant platforming section that takes a couple of minutes, the boss is just like, okay, well, we noticed that one person's here at the boss fight. The second boss just died, by the way, with that little key fragment pop up.
Yeah, so to catch them up to speed on what just happened, they're using that scanner augment to identify a false clone of a boss and then all damaging that clone.
Yeah.
And they did that in the blink of an eye. We're already to the next section.
It's a very fast boss fight. So now he's coming up on the third encounter. The third encounter is going to start, and it's going to sort of like recognize that like you're here, but like nobody else is. But you started the fight, so you need all of your teammates to be in here. So we're gonna pull you all forward. You duck down there to see the boss fight kind of spawn in and sort of like trigger the loading zone essentially. Now the game's like, all right, well you're here, but you're like out in space and not actually fighting this guy. So come on
So now
back
you're going to see some
inside.
loadout swaps. He switches from the Top Tree Dawnblade to the Voidwalker to get a short distance teleport. That will be a consistency strat for a future section. The loadouts that everyone's using is a grenade launcher that leaves this green pool on the floor. Think of it as spicy water. Enemies walk over that, they get damaged. The way this fight operates is that Shock is the suppressor. So by shooting the boss, which because of a bug, he's now a statue. By shooting the boss while standing under these beach balls, a nuke will drop onto the map, which they have to deposit into the center receptacles. The person with the scanner buff tells the team where to deposit those nukes. Then the fight progresses.
Yeah, so what's actually happening here is the AI of the space station is currently thinks you're intruders and is hurtling the entire space station into the moon Europa right now. That's what's happening, and it's loaded with nukes. And so you need to make sure that you all don't nuke a planet by disabling all of the nukes. That's actually what's happening right now.
Yeah, crazy enough, Guardians have their own nukes. If you pay attention to the loadout, they have a submachine gun out called the Aikilo submachine gun. By getting a couple kills with it, it spawns, I don't know, an orb that you shoot. You shoot this orb, and it blows up the whole room, not exaggerating.
It does a lot of AoE damage.
But the craziest thing is the Wither Horde pool on the floor, that spicy water. If you have the SMG out while something else dies to that Wither Horde, it counts as an SMG kill.
Yeah, and you need a bunch of SMG kills or other Ikelos kills in order to spawn one of these cells. To actually say like what's going on with the fight right now in terms of any like tricks or strats, they're not like doing anything crazy here. There's no like way to skip past all of this. There's no way to, you know, just completely nuke a boss or something like that.
This is more or less a normal run done very fast. One speedrun trick they're doing is depositing the suppressor augment into the terminal every time a cycle completes, because after a cycle completes, it disables one of the augments. So if it's deposited, it cannot be disabled. And here you see the team entering the orbit of the Pacific Northwest, I presume.
It's not that hot anymore.
Oh, it's not that hot? Okay, maybe
no,
Florida.
It was only a couple of days. But yeah,
but
they're
it's really
essentially
Europa.
They're just doing the fight super, super fast, killing ads as they spawn in. The faster you kill ads, the faster you move to the next wave of ads, the faster you move to the next thing that happens. So that's why they're using this Wither Horde weapon, is to just literally spawn kill things as they come out of the door, so they don't even have a chance to spread out, which means you can move to the next thing a lot faster.
There are two main ways in Destiny to spawn kill. Wither Horde is the special weapon version, and Anarchy is the power weapon version. We'll see Anarchy in the final boss fight. Anarchy essentially puts an electric fence post on the floor.
Yeah, and you can chain a bunch of them together to make like a big arc web on the ground, and it just destroys anything that walks into it. We do have one little trick coming up here towards the end. Everyone's gonna be doing like a bunch of loadout swaps and swapping to a bunch of shotguns and Anarchy and stuff like that. But what's gonna be happening here is when everybody crash lands, there's just some sort of raid flavor where everyone's disoriented and super slow and all that. Shockwve here is gonna blow himself up and get rid of the debuff that actually slows you down in order to skip ahead and plant a rally flag. A rally flag gives everybody full ammo, full ability, energy, all that. And this is just kind of done for consistency's sake. It doesn't really save a whole lot of time, but it's more for organizational purposes. So, screen's coming white. Everyone's gonna crash land pretty soon here. And wait for it. Wait for it. There he goes. A revive.
And
you can see
everyone's crawling.
Look, everyone's super slow. Oh, Scooby got way out in front there.
Yeah, they missiled. They just added that.
So he's just getting out in front. He's using Blink to kind of teleport faster, or right into a wall. And they're going to plant a rally flag and make sure their whole team gets a whole bunch of ammo and is good to go immediately. This is also another fight. It's going to be happening normally. They're just doing it fast. That's really about it. Spawn killing enemies right as they come out of the doors and just getting to the damage phase as fast as humanly possible. That's it. There's no crazy trick.
So rally flag goes down, refreshes their ammo, gives them a super, and now they're using Anarchy to put fence posts in front of doors, because if things die fast, they get to progress the fight.
Yeah, the same kind of concept as Wither Horde, except it's just like, it's a tiny one, but Anarchy is much better for boss damage. There was technically no boss to fight in the previous encounter. This time they are. So they're gonna be using Anarchy, and they're gonna be using 2 shotguns, swapping back and forth rapid fire, because some might call it, there's an issue in the game right now where if you're able to swap these shotguns back and forth rapidly, you're able to get insanely high rates of fire and insanely high damage as a result. So they're essentially doing like 2.5 times damage compared to like a normal heavier power weapon that someone might be using.
They're double pumping in Fortnite, essentially.
Yeah,
so now how the
that's
fight
what it
actually
is.
works is you shoot the boss's ship, he drops some nukes, and then Suppressor hits the boss while under the beach balls again. He goes down, nukes get deposited, then the final damage phase starts.
Yeah, he's gonna teleport to the middle. He's already there. You gotta watch out for some of that debris. If you get too close, he's gonna zap you, so you gotta stay a little far away. And you can see this super fast shotgun swapping. You're not supposed to be able to shoot these guns this fast, but
yeah, you might also notice
right
a laser. That's Divinity. 5 people have the same loadout, and then 1 person has the laser. Laser adds a blue ball to make it easier to hit criticals.
Yeah, it's just like a big old crit zone. If you're trying to crit Tanix in his head's really small. It's bobbing around a whole lot. It's tough to hit, but dropping a divinity bubble on there causes them to be able to crit much easier. And they just burned all of their supers right at the end there to just insta-give him for that final stand as he teleported away.
And that run concludes. That's Deep Stone Crypt right
the
there.
raid.
Let's pass the baton over to Shock again. Very good run, guys.
That's the whole run. GG's.
Thanks, Datto and Cam. Wow, the lighting really changed in the span of 15 minutes. Look at that. Thank you very much, Datto and Cammy, for commentating that. I'm sure your throats hurt. That is nonstop talking for like for like 15 minutes. So we'll make these shoutouts quick. I have a list of people I need to go through real quick. Obviously, thank the raid team and thank Datto and Cammy for coming and help with this. This is a lot of people to organize for something like this, let alone get people just to do this consistently week over week. This also is just one of the raids in Destiny. Like, there's tons of raids that we did. We did Last Wish about 1.5 years ago. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Cool run. I want to call a special shout out to the studio crew, Mikuyama, Angel, and Test Runner. Thank you all for dealing with us. This is a complicated run. Thank you very much for working through all of this stuff and helping us get on screen. Prolix, I know you said literally nothing during this run, but thank you for hosting anyway. Thank you for agreeing to host it. Thank you for agreeing to host it, even though you said literally nothing. I want to call one particular person out because this is really important and this is related to Destiny as a whole. I want to thank Eric at Bungie. I got in contact with him back at SGDQ Last Wish. He's someone who works there. He's been working there for a few years. And thanks to him, he helped me land a job with Bungie, and I start on Monday. So it's incredible to have something like speedrunning turn into a career for you. So I want to especially call out Eric. Thank you all. Thank you so much, man, for just staying with me through the past 1.5 years and getting all this stuff done. As well, Games Done Quick. Without Games Done Quick, I wouldn't have had this opportunity to really go work for Bungie. Speedrunning, working in the Destiny, all that stuff, getting like all of these pieces coming together. So Games Done Quick as an organization, and all my friends, I would call it Amerlin. He's in the room right over there, helping me produce the event on site. All these people I meet, like they helped me get to this stuff, and including the raid team. And obviously, last but not least, I need to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, because the moment I told them I got this job, they were like, we love you. How do we make this happen? What do you need help from us? If there's something you need, let us know. And I love you. Thank you so much for helping me get that opportunity and, working with me through this, all that. But, all that aside, that's all I have for shoutouts. Thank you all again for watching Destiny 2. Enjoy the rest of the marathon. You've got some sick runs coming up. Enjoy. Have fun. We got 2 more days of this.
All right. Thank you so much for that outro, Shockwve. Wonderful to hear all those details. Wish you the best of luck and the most success. That is excellent. Before the run began, we heard from BystanderTim, one of our runners, with a $10 donation saying, "Eyes up, Guardian. Let's name that Lillipup in honor of the one Destiny boss that never seems to disappear, Tanix." So everyone, if you want to join, stand in solidarity with your fellow Guardians, get out there, and when you donate to Games Done Quick, to Doctors Without Borders, you'll see the Pokemon Black-White Bid War open right now to nickname Lillipup, and there is an entry there, Tanix. It's not quite in the lead yet, could use some help there. So if you want to show some support there to BystanderTim, check out that idea. Also, I just wanted to acknowledge again, following up on the interview we had before the run there with John Holland from MSF, Oksani donated $50. Hearing John Holland's account of the little girl with the bullet wound gave me the urge to donate again. MSF, you are literal heroes. and $100 from Pink Pocky. I hope this donation can go towards helping MSF do the wonderful work they continue to do. The interview with John Holland from MSF deeply impacted me, so I had to donate once more to contribute in some way. Thank you so much to MSF and SGDQ. And with that, SGDQ will continue right after this brief break. Thank you for keeping it tuned right here at SGDQ 2021 Online. I'm your host, Prolix. We received a $50 donation during that last run from Robert, who said, as a developer on Destiny 2, it's amazing to see how our community has come together to push the limits of our premier content. Thanks to all of the runners, commentators, hosts, and staff for sharing their skills and raising money for such a great cause. Eyes up, Guardians. Summer Games Done Quick 2021 Online is brought to you by Shadow Warrior 3. Shadow Warrior 3 launches the offbeat first-person shooter series to the next level with a seamless blend of fast-paced gunplay, razor-sharp melee combat, and a spectacular free-running movement system. Shadow Warrior 3 arrives on PC and console later this year, and you can check out more about that upcoming game at shadowwarrior.com. There is no way I'll get around to all of these Destiny 2 related donations, but I'm going to try my best. $15 here from Mr. Chow Time. Good luck to the fire team from me and the rest of 1787. Tokeegee, more like Toki Speed today. Nice one, Chow Time. And as we close in on $800,000 raised for the for Doctors Without Borders through our entire marathon so far, just wanted to remind you all that if we hit $1 million before our next bonus game is scheduled to be run, you will unlock it. Halo 2 is not going to happen without your help. So head on over to gamesdonequick.com, slap that gigantic donate button, and send your money straight to Doctors Without Borders. Every little bit helps, you know, at just a few $100s away from 800,000. Just wanted to mention how even a $5 donation, does wonders for them. With $5, MSF can purchase an MUAC band, the mid-upper arm circumference band being a simple yet effective diagnostic tool for assessing malnutrition. So your money is helping. Do not worry about not being able to donate hundreds to push us right over 800,000 right now. Whatever you desire, it all goes toward the grand total, and a lot of people giving a little amount is going to get us there. Thank you so much. Here's a $5 donation from Dingle Hingle. Congratulations on the run. Happy birthday, Tokeegee. Also, as your host, I should probably remind you of something that we haven't mentioned for a while. We have a prize segment coming up, and Scent sometimes mentions this, so I hope I'm not stealing any thunder here, but I wanted to tell you all a little something called Amazon Prime. Now, you may be asking, Prolix, this is a speedrunning marathon. What on earth does it have to do with Amazon Prime? Well, chat, I just wanted to tell you, if you have Amazon Prime, then you also happen to have something called Prime Gaming, aka the former Twitch Prime. And if you have Prime Gaming, one of the benefits is a free subscription to any channel of your choice on Twitch once per month. But it does not automatically renew. You do have to remember to use it. So maybe check if you have Prime Gaming, maybe see if your subscription token is available, and perhaps use it on your favorite channel on Twitch, which could, I'm not certain, but it could be the very one you're watching right now. Another donation for you all here. Ledshep99 said, Tim, you are our hero. Toady and Rupee. Thank you for that donation. And with that, I'm about to wrap it up for now. Thanks for sticking with me through the past couple of games. That was fantastic. I will be returning rather shortly as Doom Eternal Ancient Gods are ran with Bloodshot 9001 taking over the role of the Doom Slayer. So look forward to that. And of course, Return to Castle Wolfenstein later on, going to be fantastic. In the meantime, you'll be in the capable hands of Lat Mackey, our next host coming up. But first, let me send it to the prize stage for a word about some of the wonderful prizes you could win.
Thank you so much, Prolix. Hi, everybody. I am Mr. Game and Shout. You are watching Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online. Before we get into anything else, $800,000. Just crossed that mark. Holy cow, congratulations. We are getting closer and closer to getting that Halo 2 run into the marathon. We don't have a ton of time left. We still need another $200,000 to get there. We want to get over that 1 million mark. It's going to get Halo 2 added to the run. Congratulations, everybody. We're getting it done, but we still need to keep going. So let's keep those donations coming in, please. Also, congratulations, Prolix. The Doom voice that you had there was actually really good. I really like that. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about some prizes we've got here. I'm a little bit unprepared on this one. I thought that we were going to have Scent with us. I'm not sure, maybe a mix-up there, but it's okay. We're going to make this work. So all of the prizes that I'm about to tell you about are only available from now through the end of the Vanquish run. So if you would like to get in to win any of these prizes, make sure you are getting those donations in soon. Starting off at the top of the list, and I'm going to do it in the right order this time because otherwise production's not going to be happy with me. From Sugarlup Sketches, for a $5 minimum donation, you can get entered to win these absolutely adorable birthday cards for nerds. These are so great. These are I just love these. So we've got what do we have? A Moogle birthday party, and if anyone's gonna cut the cake well, it's gonna be that Tonberry. We've got a couple of adorable little Pichu sharing a birthday present, and then we've got a birthday for Link. This looks like Twilight Princess. Absolutely adorable. These are cards. You can fill them. You can mail them. $5 minimum donation. Get you entered to win these. We also have from Myri Lindsay, also for a $5 minimum donation, you can get entered to win these Dragon Age, Spyro, and Dishonored greeting cards. So, like the title says, we have greeting cards here featuring logos from Dragon Age, from Spyro, and from Dishonored. And I'm still not sure which way is the right way up on this. I've got a 1 in 4 shot, so I'm going to go with this one. $5 minimum donation gets you entered to win these. Thank you so much, Myri Lindsay, for sending those our way. So those were $5. For a $10 minimum donation, we've got a different set.
Shout. Listen to me, Shout. This is your final lesson and your most important one. You must understand the nature of the bit, Shout. You must find me in the studio to complete your prize training.
What? What do you mean find him in the studio? Okay, hold on. He's not down under the table, is he?
I'm not under the table, Shout.
Okay.
Why would I be down there?
I don't know,
Can't fit
maybe-
down there. Think, Shout. Think what could contain
Okay,
scent.
fine. Well, I don't see him back there down the hallway. Is he? Hold on. Is he under back here? Behind the
No,
couch?
I'm not behind the couch, Shout. We've already done that this game. Think, Shout. Use
Okay.
the rule of threes.
Okay.
Think.
Okay. Hold on. All right. If he's not below something, maybe he's above something. Maybe is he like up in the friggin'? I can't even really reach that.
Of course I'm not in the ceiling, Shout. It's very dusty up there. I wouldn't want to be there at all.
I mean, yeah, that's actually, yeah, it's pretty dirty. Well, where the heck is he then? I got nothing here. Where did?
The window, Shout. The window.
Oh no! Gosh!
And remember, Shout, the most important part of the bit is to defy expectations.
Just close. Go away. That was supposed to be a very dramatic. That shade was supposed to drop down a lot more smoothly than ended up happening, and that's fine. Can you do me a favor? I really need a little more warning in the future for Mr. Golfy. You cannot just keep doing that to me.
I'm sorry, Shout. Hopefully, Tech muted my microphone. It fell off my neck as soon as I started running back inside. Really hope we didn't just destroy the stream there.
I didn't hear anything. I think we're good.
All
But
right.
that's a good clip.
That's a good one. Thank you, Shout.
Since everybody has joined us here in the studio.
Always excited to be here. Always excited to talk about prizes, Shout, because we have so many absolutely amazing prizes that you can win by donating between now and the end of Vanquish, which is coming up just here in a few runs, I think.
It's next.
Oh, it's next. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a few runs. That's one.
One is a small number.
One is a few. So let's take a look
Okay.
at some of the awesome prizes we got from Making It Nerdy. Let's look at that wood burning. I love that Ghost of Tsushima wood burning.
Absolutely. Here you are.
That is absolutely beautiful. You got the mask here, but what I really love are the wood-stained blood splatters across the
Yes.
mask. That is just such a cool accent, and really not something I think of when I think of like wood burning art, right?
I wasn't sure if this was a burning or a staining, like how this was made.
This is a burning, and then
Okay.
I believe the blood splatters are a stain on top of it.
Gotcha. I love it.
Yeah, definitely super cool. $15 minimum donation. Thank you so much to Making It Nerdy for sending it out to us. From Annie Just 3, we have an amazing knitted chow hat, handmade chow hat. You too can be as adorable as a chow. Do you like the chow?
I love the chow.
Who
They're
doesn't
adorable.
love the chow, right?
And how much time have I lost to chow in that game?
Way too much to count.
Yes.
Thanks so much,
Very.
chow.
Yeah.
Thanks. But this chat is absolutely amazing. $15 minimum donation. Thank you so much to Annie Just for sending it out. Now from Meredith Frederick, we have something I gotta say that's pretty unique here, right?
Absolutely. You haven't seen a lot of these in the marathon before. We have a pen.
A pen.
We have a rose gold custom pen, again, from Meredith Frederick. Thank you so much for sending this. $20 minimum donation gets you in to win this. It is a refillable pen. It takes Parker cartridges, and there is an hourglass, a functioning hourglass up here on the top of the pen. It's a 1-minute timer.
It's time to a minute. So if we flip that back and forth enough, Shout, we'll know when we've gone too long.
That requires coordination and math, and I think we've proven that at least one of those is not my strong suit.
I think neither of them are mine, so I think we're good
okay.
there.
All right.
But huge shout outs to Meredith Frederick.
you so
That is
much.
absolutely beautiful. $20 minimum donation from now until the end of the marathon. And from Thorn Hail Dancer, we have
yeah.
an absolutely amazing cross-stitch shout. You want to show that off right there?
Absolutely. So This is being called Mario Within Mario. $25 minimum donation gets you entered to win this. I'm going to try and make sure there's not too much glare for the camera. So we've got a scene of Mario from the original Super Mario Brothers jumping over Bowser, but it's then done inside the silhouette of Mario from some of the 3D games. I'm not sure which one that
I
is.
think that's specifically New Super Mario Brothers 3D, the cover of that game. Yeah.
That makes sense. The nose looks right for that. Absolutely love this. You all know how I feel about things you can put on your wall. $25 minimum donation gets you entered to win this, and you want this. It would be amazing.
It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you again so much to Thorn Hail Dancer for sending that out. $25 minimum donation. Everyone, we have so many amazing prizes that you can win if you donate between now and the end of Vanquish, which, like we said, it's coming right up. You don't want to miss it. But let's talk a little bit about our daily prize shout. It's running from now until the end of Return to Castle Wolfenstein a little bit later tonight?
Yeah, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I think that's currently around like 2 in the morning Eastern time.
Little bit early in the morning. It's a $50 minimum donation, but it is a one-of-a-kind GDQ banner from our amazing in-house artist, LOK. It's 6 feet long. It's longer than the both of us put together. Absolutely incredible. We print one of them every year. We send them out to someone, and that's what we do with the design. So they are super cool, unique pieces of GDQ memorabilia, but you got to get a $50 donation in between now and the end of Return to Castle Wolfenstein later this morning.
Absolutely.
And of course, we can't talk about prizes shout without going over our grand prizes real quick.
This is true. Okay, which one do you want? I know which one I want.
I'm gonna take the PC. Why don't you get Heroic Replicas this time?
Okay, fine. All right. So from our friends at Heroic Replicas, we have, if you win this, your choice of custom replica. Now, both of our grand prizes this event are a $250 cumulative donation to get entered. All of the donations that you make during the week added together, if that total equals or exceeds $250, you are entered to win both of these grand prizes. So, from Heroic Replicas, you get your choice of replica. There are, I believe, 18 different replicas you can choose from.
18 different choices.
The full list is available on our website, gamesdonequick.com. Click on the prizes link in the top left, somewhere above Sense Head. And that will show you all of the options that you have available. Bunch of stuff from the Legend of Zelda series: Master Sword, Dark Sword, Goddess Sword, Chris Sword, Fierce Deity Sword, Hylian Shield, Lightscale Trident,
Megaton Hammer.
Megaton
there you
Hammer.
go, Megaton Hammer.
If we want to go to other things, we've got Ike's Ragnall Sword.
Yep. Lucinda's Falchion.
Yes,
You're a Fire Emblem fan, you know.
Exactly. We've got the Diamond Sword from Minecraft.
Oh, that's a great one.
We've got the Sword of Power from He-Man. We've got the Sword of Omen from Thundercats. We've got a guitar and a bass. You can get things that make music. $250 cumulative donation. If you win, it's your choice. Thank you so much, Heroic Replicas, for setting us up with that again.
Huge shout outs to Heroic Replicas and especially to Dave from Heroic Replicas. Now, the other grand prize I got to talk about is right behind my head right now. I'm going to duck down so you can see it. It is this amazing Skytech Gaming Mark 9 PC. We can take a look at all of the beautiful LEDs we got there running in it. It's got some beautiful RGB going. It's got some amazing parts in it too, Shao, right? 5800X, 3070 Ti graphics card.
Absolutely.
It is incredible. I love this case. I love these parts. Everything about it is fantastic. And you can head over to gamesdonequick.com. Check out the prizes link because it's not only going to have a great album of pictures with this PC in it, it's also going to tell you all of the parts that are available in it. Don't miss out. Again, both of those grand prizes are a $250 minimum donation, but that's cumulative throughout the marathon. We have so many amazing prizes available this event. You can see some of them behind us here that aren't even available just yet. Stay tuned, though. You don't want to miss those. But if you ever have any questions about what prizes are available right now, you can head over to gamesdonequick.com. Check out the tracker. It's got all the information you need on upcoming speedruns. Speedruns like Vanquish. You don't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. All the incentives that you can donate. Right now, we've got a great one. If we hit $1 million totally donated, before the bonus game tonight, then we will have the Halo run in the marathon. Don't have to donate to anything specifically. Just make sure to get those donations in. Let's cross that $1 million threshold tonight. And of course, all of the absolutely amazing prizes that you can win, when you can win them, and how much you need to donate to do so. Shout, always a pleasure having you here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Everyone at home, don't go anywhere. We're going to enjoy these party hats and stick around for the Vanquish run. We hope you will too.
See ya.
Happy birthday, Sam!
Hello, everybody. My name is Lat Mackey, and you are watching Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online. Welcome, everybody. We have so many donations to get to, but folks, we just passed $800,000. Let's get some hype in the chat for 800K. And what a great way to start with a donation from Commander Keen, $50, saying, gotta get to 800K. We did it, Commander, we did it. Folks, let's keep it going. We are just zooming past 800,000, and we have so many donations coming in. Lots of love for the Destiny 2 raid that you just saw. Amazing run. Zach D donates $500 and says, been watching GDQ events since 2013 or 14, when my brother and I discovered it and watched it nonstop. Been wonderful to see the event grow over the years, and I'm proud to be a small part of the good that GDQ produces. Thank you so much for your donation, Zach D. And we have a $10 donation from Zircon that says, longtime watcher, a second-time donator. I am so glad that I can afford to take a vacation to watch this wonderful event and support MSF. Remember that at the scale MSF operates, even $5 makes a concrete difference to someone you will never meet. So true. Thank you so much for your donation, Zircon. Jim donates $10 and says, a longtime VOD watcher, first-time donator. MSF does amazing work, and I hope this little bit can help people that go a long way for others. Thank you so much, Jim. Keeping the donations going, Eleanor donates $250 and says, not a first-time donator, but first time with my new name. I loved watching that Destiny 2 run, especially as a Warlock, and seeing the ending shoutouts warmed my heart. Keep up the good work, everyone at GDQ and MSF, and congrats to the runners on a great time. Thank you so much for your donation, and congratulations on your new name, Eleanor. 803 now. Folks, we are just moving this donation ticker along. Keep it coming. This is awesome. This is a cool one. Here we go. From Stygian Nocturne, donates $50 and says, eyes up, Guardians. So much love for this game, referring to Destiny 2 and community. And it's wild to see how fast this raid can be run. Great job to the runners, and have a great GDQ. Gotta say, I've never really seen anything like that Destiny 2 run. That was so wild and awesome, all at the same time. We have an anonymous donation for $250 that says, thank you, MSF and GDQ. Good evening from the UK. Well, hello, UK. This is a donation from a while ago, but I think it's a really important one, folks, because this was a really fun run as well. But The Strange Pie donates $1,000 and says, thank you so much for letting me showcase Outer Wilds. Best of luck to all the rest of the runners. The Strange Pie, thank you so much for that donation. Oh, wow, here's another good one. Ninjara donates $250 and says, as a veteran of Destiny with over 2,000 hours in the game, I figured this was as good a time as any to donate. Destiny will always hold a special place in my heart for the amazing community that I am now a part of, and it makes me so happy to see it at the marathon that inspired me to speedrun Destiny myself. Shoutouts to all the runners so far, and a special shout out to the tech crew for putting on this amazing marathon. Thank you all for being here and being awesome. Here's to the Halo run for more Bungie fun. But until then, good luck on the DSC run. Keep your eyes up, Guardians. Per Audacia ad Astra. And I'm sure I butchered those words.